What's up guys, NepentheZ here and welcome back to another episode of The Road to Glory. Once again today guys, the gameplay section will not have face cam because it's too hot. I cannot turn my studio lights on. I've got an air conditioning unit that I used to have in my old house I didn't really use much, and I turned it on. I've got it in, it's in the background now. It's not on right now because it's too loud for recording. But even when the air conditioning unit is on, if I also turn the studio lights on, it is still unbearably hot in this room. So unfortunately, no face cam, just for probably the next 2 to 3 days, just because the weather is supposed to be hot, like real hot this week, and then it will start cooling down again next week. So next week we'll go back to having you know, regular face cam, and maybe even throughout this week we'll still have regular face cam and such, but just generally for the next couple of days, maybe not. Now, got a lot of good comments, but I want to go back to a comment from Liam O'Shea from the last video that I said I'll talk about in this video, and he says, "Hey Net, would you prefer FIFA to be a 3 or 4 year cycle, or keep it the same? Love your vids, keep up the good work." And we briefly discussed about how I would like it to be its own standalone game, and I want to discuss that a bit more right now. What I would like is for FIFA to be released as a yearly cycle, like normal, head-to-head, seasons, clubs, career mode, the journey, etc, etc. And I think now, especially if EA are trying to make Ultimate Team competitive, I think now is the time to branch Ultimate Team off into its own game. Like, release a brand new game just called FIFA Ultimate Team. Not 2017, not 2018, not 2019, just FIFA Ultimate Team. And with that, you would have seasons. So the seasons would run in kind with the league seasons, mostly the major league. So basically from kind of like now, I guess, like September through to August is how you'd run the seasons. And you would start as you release the brand new game mode, or the brand new game of Ultimate Team, you know, FIFA Ultimate Team. Everyone starts with a fresh account as per usual, and you can start playing FIFA Ultimate Team at any stage you want, any time ever. And what happens is you can spend your FIFA points like normal, and you can upgrade your club in Season 1 like normal, and you know, the Ronaldos and the Messis, they get their informs and they get their Team of the Year cards, and the Team of the Season comes out, and then the season winds down, and then in the off season, for the 2 to 3 months where FIFA usually dies, that's where I would expect huge maintenance. You know, things like big patches with gameplay patches, big content patches, and a re-release. And then on a certain day, say the 1st of September every year, the game gets reset. But what you get when the game resets is a, you know, like basically what we get now with loyalty packs. Essentially, you get a you get like loyalty, not loyalty, but you get given things back depending on certain criteria to meet throughout the year. How many games did you play? How many wins did you get? How many goals did you score? How many times did you log in? You know, like basically like, thank you for spending so much time on this game. We're resetting your account. You're going to go back to getting a starter pack, but off the back of that starter pack, you're also going to get a whole bunch of bonus packs depending on the certain criteria. And then your record would just remain. You know, the overall record would be the same. Your divisions record would set, your seasons record would reset, your foot champ stuff would reset, everything would reset, the club would reset. But you could choose, I guess, maybe to do a hard reset and reset everything and just get the reward packs back for restarting the club. Or you could choose to do a soft reset where your record remains. So that way you could see over the course of the years how many games of FIFA overall you've played. You know, you'd see people getting up towards 6, 7, 8, 9, 10,000 wins over 4 or 5 years. And I think this would be good for the game because it would allow them to do major content and gameplay updates during the off period, during the downtime, and throughout the year it would allow game balancing. You know, it would allow them, if it was its own standalone game, you wouldn't have to fit onto the disc all the other stuff. You know, it would have its own disc, it would have a lot more memory, a lot more size, a lot more capacity, so that we could start getting things like stats, you know, passes made from each player. You know, you could start seeing how many saves your goalkeeper's made, how many clean sheets he's got. There would be more space to allow more like content from that, like it does with every other game. Like, you know, League of Legends, everything's tracked and it's just one game. It just gets updated, it gets balanced, and I would like to see the balancing of the game. For example, PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds right now, which is still in alpha stages, guys. Alpha stages of this game, and it's sold over 3 million copies in alpha stages. PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds, they do a soft patch once a week where it just balances the game, and then a hard patch once a month where they make major changes to either gameplay by like adding new items or new weapons or just changing faults within the game, and just generally like stabilizing the game. And what I would like to see with with FIFA is, soft patches every week where it's like, okay, this was a problem. It seems like this is very overpowered, so we're going to rebalance that. And then maybe once a month be like, okay, so the low drivens are overpowered right now. I spoke about this in a previous video because the goalkeepers don't have the animations to save the low driven shots. So in a hard patch, you would be like, okay, we've created a new animation for the goalkeeper. So it's going to be, a big download. You're going to have to download some huge stuff onto your console or onto your disc. And with that download is going to be a new animation for the goalkeeper. So now the next time you log on, the goalkeepers are now going to be able to save the overpowered shots, the low drivens. Now it's going to be a much more balanced game. They would do soft patches to reflect or change the fact that skill dribbling, the L2R2 crab walking is just ridiculous. It doesn't reflect real life, and it's not it's not something that should be overpowered in the game by being able to hold left trigger and right trigger and then crab walking around players. It shouldn't be effective. It shouldn't be there. So they should balance that. There should be a soft patch. Okay, we've balanced this. We've reduced the stability of players whilst walking backwards with the ball. And maybe make it so that only the most specific high skilled dribblers, players with 99 dribbling, 99 balance, 99 agility, those sort of players are able to do it effectively, and other players would do it ineffectively, and it would become something that wouldn't be so overpowered. Make that happen. Like people are upset all the time. For example, what I'm watching right now, slide tackles. People hate the fact that slide tackles, you don't get punished for slide tackles. They're too effective. So tone down the effectiveness of the slide, something like that. You know what I mean? Like, so I would like to see the game as one standalone game that gets constantly balanced on a week-to-week or month-to-month basis, and then has massive content updates every season and massive game-changing updates every season as well. So that way you might think, oh, but the graphics are this and the graphics are that. Well, when the new FIFA graphics come out for the actual game, boom, give us a huge content patch. Okay, it's going to take you a long time to download, it's going to take a long time to figure out. It might mean that the game is offline for a day or half a day. Again, quite like the servers on League of Legends or the servers on PUBG. They go down for a little while every now and then so that they can make the game better. I think that would be better for the game as a whole. It wouldn't be better for EA as a whole, because the problem then would be that they don't sell as many copies as FIFA every year, because once you buy Ultimate Team, you've just got it. And then for someone like myself, I wouldn't even buy FIFA if Ultimate Team was its standalone game, and I think that's a huge issue for them. So in terms of business sense, I don't think they'd ever do it. But in terms of a competitive game and a game that they would want to make the best it could be, I think a standalone version of Ultimate Team is the way forward for competitive FIFA. Next comment is from Aaron Palmer. Says, hey Nep, do you think for FIFA 18 EA should allow us to combine smaller packs to make a better one? For example, 10 or 11, maybe 5k packs for a 50k pack. This could be done through an SBC. I was thinking this as though there are many free packs in the game. That would be nice to be able to do something with them. What are your thoughts? I don't know about combining packs to make bigger packs. I would definitely like to see more, like like packs constantly in the store 24/7 where you can generate packs. Why not have a mystery pack SBC? Okay, so you put in have it as like chances, like RNG basically. So you put in 11 common bronzes and you get a mystery pack, and it will give you the chance of getting, the likelihood is when you put in 11 common bronzes is that you'll get a mystery pack that is just a bronze pack, or a bronze, a 7.5k bronze pack, or a 1500 coin bronze pack. The chance of getting a silver pack is a little lower. The chance of getting a gold pack is even smaller. You have a chance of getting a 100k pack from putting in the common bronzes, but it's like, a 0.3% chance of it happening. So it will happen, but just not often. And then you put in the 11 common silver players, or 11 rare silver players, and the higher the value of the player that you put in, literally just ranging from bronze common to bronze rare, silver common to silver rare, gold common to gold rare. The higher the value of the player that you put in, the better opportunity you've got of getting a good pack. So for example, if you put in 11 rare gold cards, you have a high chance of getting a 50k pack. And that wouldn't be a problem because a 50k pack is 12 rare golds. So if you're putting in 11 rare golds for 12 rare golds and make it untradeable, it's not really, you're adding one gold card to the game by doing that. You know, okay, make it a chance that you might get a 35k pack or a 55k pack or a team of the week pack. Because trading in 11 gold rares for one team of the week player is a trade that will actually benefit the market. So yeah, I definitely think that there is scope for a lot of SBCs. I said this, I think, yesterday's video. Over the next couple of days, there's going to be a video on my channel, on my main channel, like discussing 10 SBCs that I think should be in the game this year and or next year. James Irving says, how about a single player foot champions? This gets asked a lot. I see this comment a lot, and I typically ignore it because I don't think single player foot champions would be good. I think it's, as it is anyway, it is too easy to manipulate. You are guaranteed to get the maximum amount of wins. It's simply because there is a no-loss glitch against the AI. If you're losing to the AI, you just dashboard, you quit the game, you log back in, it's as if the game never counted. I don't know how they'd do that in Foot Champs, if it would be the same if there was an offline thing. But instead of Foot Champions offline, I want more challenges. Like Madden has so many offline challenges, and for completing them all you get rewarded very, very heavily, and some of them are very, very difficult. Like imagine the AI on ultimate difficulty. So one of the challenges in Madden is to like beat all of the teams in the league on that ultimate difficulty, and you get rewarded very handsomely. So imagine EA picked, you know, a season, a campaign where you have to win, let's say there's 20 teams and it just does only one game against each team, so you have to win 19 games in a row, or 19 games. You get to do each challenge individually, and each individual challenge will reward you with something, and then for completing the whole set of the challenge you get rewarded very nicely. Imagine that for completing that, for winning 19 games on ultimate difficulty against some of the best teams in the game, you get rewarded with, say, a special player. Like I would say the cover star, but this time it's going to be cover star Ronaldo. But for this year, for example, you've got cover star James Rodriguez, so you get awarded with a 90 rated James Rodriguez for completing the most difficult challenge. I don't know why that sort of stuff isn't in FIFA, and I'll be honest, I do expect to see it next year. I expect to see a lot more offline challenges next year, and that will ignite a lot of goodness into Ultimate Team, because it will remove a lot of the people getting stressed out of online play. I don't like offline play, as you guys know. I find it boring, I find it tedious, and I find the rewards typically not worth it. So if the rewards were worth it, I would absolutely invest my time in offline play and absolutely try my best to win the awards and rewards that are available for doing so. So, yeah, that's my thought on that. Billy X says, hey, Nep, if you get Elite 3 for the month, which I'll probably get this month, do you get 12 Team of the Seasons from all of the Team of the Seasons so far? Love your vids. I don't know, dude. We don't know in general. We know it is Team of the Seasons because the pack code says for the top 100 you get 44 Team of the Seasons and 1 Legend. I don't know if it's the major leagues only or including the minor leagues. The only reason why I would say it is probably going to include the minor leagues is because 44 Team of the Seasons from the major leagues only would be huge for the top. Like imagine, like, just think of all the big players that would get slammed onto my... I don't know. Honestly, dude, I don't know the answer, dude. I don't know. My gut instinct says that it will also include the minor leagues, which would suck because I know for my Elite 1 or Elite 2 monthly rewards, I'm going to get either 15 or 20 red cards. I'm going to get 15 absolute garb players. I know I am. I'll get like 1 or 2 half-decents that are worth like 100, 200,000 coins, like an Nzonzi again or something, and then I'll get an absolute truckload of absolute scrabs. So yeah, I hope it's Major Leagues only. Parshva Shah says, hey Nep, if EA I think EA should make a secondary league like the Europa to the Champions League for those who cannot qualify for the weekend league. This will prevent the alienation of the majority of the user base. The rewards could also be lessened accordingly. Also, after finishing at a certain rank in Weekend League 2, the player is automatically promoted to the main Weekend League. I know this is much like Divisions, but it will obviously occur over the weekend and are the usual 40 games. Nice videos. You make FIFA not stale for me. Keep it up. Well, thank you for the kind words, dude. I like the idea of where you're coming from. What I would prefer to see, though, is I would prefer to see them introduce tournaments over the weekend instead of just through the week. You know, having just a daily knockout go through Monday for Friday and then having nothing like... Because if you don't qualify for the FUT Champs, there is only seasons, online singles or draft for you to play during the weekend. And as you say, that alienates a huge amount of their user base. A huge amount of their user base. And that's idiotic. So going in line with what we're talking about in terms of, like, you know, wanting things for next year, I would love next year for them to just go have tournaments back again and do a lot of good things with the tournaments. Have the daily knockout tournaments still that qualify you for, you know, within the FUT Champs game mode, but outside of the FUT Champs game mode, also have another tournament section where they can do just daily things, weekly things, special things like that give decent rewards, so on and so forth. But I also absolutely want custom leagues and custom tournaments. I think that would be good not only for the content of creators, because for me, imagine I could make a custom league between YouTubers or a custom tournament between YouTubers, but I think that would be good for people that can't qualify for Weekend League, that would be able to make things for themselves for the weekend. You know, imagine that you can't qualify, so instead you make a tournament. You know, I've talked about this in detail before. I'm not going to go into it too much detail now because there's not that much time. But imagine you can make a tournament where it's a 10,000 coin buy-in, 8 players. So you start off with, you know, 8 players down to 4, 4 down to 2, 2 down to 1. So there's 80,000 coins is spent by buying in. 8 players buy in at 80,000 coins. What will happen is the prize pool will be a maximum of 60,000 coins. So immediately EA take 20,000 coins off the market. So you can't manipulate things like that. What happens is the winner of the tournament will get 40,000 coins. The runner-up will get 10,000 coins. And the 2 semi-finalists will get 5,000 coins each, and the other dudes will get nothing. So if you make it to the semi-final, you get half your money back. If you make it to the final, you get your money back. And if you win it, you make 40,000 coins. And make this custom-based so that you can either make it private, so that you can, you know, give a link or a code or something to your friends so that they can pay their 10,000 coins and enter between years and have some fun and win some coins among it. Or you can make it public so randoms can enter. And don't, you know, not just 10,000 coins. Make one for 1,000 coins, for 5,000 coins, for 50,000 coins. Make a few tournaments that are just fun to be in, fun to play in, and offer some pretty decent rewards. I picked a lot of comments for this video, and I'm not going to get through them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bookmark all the ones that I've got, because there's a lot of good stuff here. You guys are continuously You guys continuously just ask incredible questions and incite some good inspiration for this game, which is awesome. But I'm happy this weekend, guys, that we got Elite 3. We got 30 wins after the 40 games, including that 1 disconnect loss. I definitely felt way more comfortable and performed way better when I switched to the 4-3-2-1. I beat a top 100 dude on the way. I think NepentheZ, I think back in April, finished in the top 100 in the world. NepentheZ. Yeah, so NepentheZ back in, let me let it open. So in April, NepentheZ finished 89th in the region. So he finished 116th in the world. And we made him rage quit at 6-2. So again, it showed me and proved to myself that I do have the ability to beat the best of the best. I do have the ability to beat the top 100. I just need to find that consistency. And I want to talk about a lot in the next video about a lot of the mistakes I've made, like huge mistakes that I've made over the last 2 to 3 months that are nothing to do with the team that I'm using or the players that I have, you know, the Costas in midfield or anything, but actually more to do with my gameplay and my mentality whilst going into games. But for now, guys, this is the end of the gameplay. Let's go live. Alright, dudes, so we finished on 30 wins. I am both very happy and a little bit disappointed in 30 wins. I'm very happy because I got to Elite quite comfortably this time around. I was actually 29 wins with 2 games left, which was real nice. But Compared to last week, it felt good. Last week, I was just angry all weekend. I got to 12-2 last weekend, and then like that was me done on Friday, and then from Saturday onwards, I was just angry playing FIFA all weekend. I did good again Friday, and average again Saturday, and I got angry yesterday, Saturday. By the time you're watching this, it'll be Tuesday, but you know, for me, yesterday was Saturday. I got angry playing FIFA again. And I woke up Sunday and, you know, I was just reading some things and talking to some people and just looking around the community. I was watching Spinbro struggle, and I could see Spinbro Mike, like, the more he was losing, the angrier he was getting, and the more it was just affecting his gameplay. It made him, like, rush his attacks and just generally, like, not perform better. And I know you guys have said it to me so many times, you know, when you play emotional, when you play angry, you play worse. And mentally, I know that. I never really had the ability to not play through it before, but this weekend league, after I lost, you know, on Saturday, after I got on Sunday, I just was like, you know what, don't even get angry, even if I lose, like, just doesn't matter. If gold 1 is where I'm at, gold 1 is where I'm at. It's not the end of the world, you know. 2 100k packs and 50,000 coins at this stage in FIFA is still pretty damn good. And I just started playing some really good FIFA. I actually came up against a couple of really high rated dudes. I came up against the guy that I made rage quit at 6-2. He was a top 100 regional finisher in April, and has been in and around the top 100 ever since. So, you know, to make a guy like that rage quit was very good. I lost a couple of silly games. Obviously, I got the one disconnect loss whilst winning, which wasn't a loss on my book. So, you know, even if I won that game, like, I would have been 31-9, but that game just shouldn't have counted at the very least, so I should be 30-9 anyway. Couple of penalty losses, I think 3 penalty losses in the end. And then just a couple of silly losses. I definitely felt like I improved as a player this weekend league when I started switching back to the 4-3-2-1. That's definitely my go-to formation. And next weekend league, I know silvers are involved next weekend league, so it's going to change what I do generally. I think I know what I'm going to do for the silver part of the team specifically. But yeah, next weekend league, we're only allowed a maximum of 8 gold players and only 1 training item. So it's going to be interesting as to what I do for most of my team. But I'm going to play just a 4-3-2-1 off the bat next weekend league. But what I'm going to do is through the week, I'm going to play. I'm going to go and test out some low team of the season cards. You know, ENQUIRIES, by the way, guys, you would have seen him. He performs, man. He performs. 9 games, 5 goals, 4 assists, all as a sub. 9 goal contributions in 9 games as a substitute is mesmeric. I'm also just still in love with Hazard, man. The dude just does work for me. I might try out some of the players that I've got as untradeable team of the seasons that I've never used before. You know, I'm going to go into some of the lower leagues, depending on what EA do for the team of the season on Tuesday as well. I might end up changing what I do on Monday. Might be changed on Tuesday. For the team of the seasons that I bought, as expected, they've gone down a little bit because I bought them on a Friday or a Thursday, and now it's Sunday night, so they're just going down in value. 480 right now for Ericsson. I bought him at 492. I'm going to hold on to these dudes probably until Thursday next week or Friday next week, when they will go up in value again because people are picking them up again for the weekend league. Now that might be a mistake, and if at any point during the week they are considerably more expensive than they are now, for example, Dele Alli is still 400k. If he goes up to like 420, boom, I just sell him and get my coins back. The reason why it looks like this, by the way, is because Kante was injured last game, and Son was as well, so I didn't have either of those on, which is why I started Lukaku. But yeah, Kante has gone down. You know what's the weirdest thing? I bought him at 814 on Thursday night. He went up to 860 during Friday, and now he's down at 750 or 760 even. So I don't know what his price is doing. I hope it goes back up again. But hey, man, if all the prices are coming down, we'll lose a bit of tax and a little bit of coins on each of these players. But even if we sold these dudes for what we've got them for, we've got 500k there, 400 that would make 900, 800 there, that'd be 1.7 mil, 200k there, that'd be 1.9 mil, 200k there, 2.1 mil, 2.2 mil with your man Carvajal there. So 2.2 mil just in the team alone, and we've got 600,000 coins in coins. That's 2.8 mil straight off the bat, and that's not including El Amadi, Glushakov, Marcelo, Vorma, Driussi, Roger, Jansen. These are all at least 20,000. Some of them up towards 30,000. ENQUIRIES, who I'm keeping. I am keeping him. I know he goes for like 80,000 coins right now. There's only 4 on the market. I'm keeping him. I value him so much. I find him to be, as an impact sub, just unbelievable. We got all these silver tots who are worth a bit. Now for me, I think Al-Barake is going to be my right back, and I think Housawi, this version of, I know there's 2 Housawis, but this Housawi is going to be my centre back because they get perfect link to each other, and then this Housawi is going to get sold on, hopefully for profit. I bought him for 15k. He is currently at 25k, so we made profit on him guaranteed. I think this Housawi as well has gone up in value. Oh no, he's about 30,000 still. I think that's a bargain at 30,000. And then Al-Barake, he's got a great card, like really good card for 19,000 coins, and he's still 19,000 coins. That's mental that he's that cheap. It really is. So we've still got some, like, a lot of coinage in the team of the season players as well, and then not much by way of players in the club, just a handful of things here and there. Before we go into the untradables. But all in all, there's about 3.3 million coins in the club, maybe as many as 3.5 with consumables, but probably closer to 3.3. We've also now got 2 guaranteed Calcio A team of the seasons coming, 100k pack and 70,000 coins. Banging. Hopefully we can pack some decent Calcio A players, not some trash bag ones. But this, guys, is going to be the end of the video. If you did enjoy it, be sure to leave a like, rate, and comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. But for now, guys, I'm out. Peace.